the throw, not in time!
Hello and welcome back to Timber Talk, the show where we recap all the previous scores and highlights from Walpole High. I'm Sawyer Regan.
And I'm Brady Goldman.
We have some excellent games to cover with you, and we'll start with the Porkers. Coming off a perfect 6-0 start to the regular season, Walpole came into their matchup against Bishop Feion with lots of confidence. With stars like Kendall Cusack and Ava Karakalitis and Caroline Handwork, the team has had no problem with their competition. However, the Shamrocks would give Walpole their toughest test yet. We'll get started at the tail end of the third quarter, where it's scoreless, but Emily Dunn decides to finally break the game open with her third goal of the year, making it 1-0. Moving to the fourth, Ava Karakalitis smashes it through to give Walpole a multi-score lead that they would just barely hold on to, as Feion would score at the end of the fourth, yet it was too little, too late. With that win last Monday and a gutsy victory on the road against Brookline, the Porkers stand alone at number 1 currently in the MIAA Power Rankings, are perfect 8-0, and certainly look strong in their quest for their first three-peat in almost 30 years. The team will travel to Newton North at 4:30 this Monday and will look to stay undefeated.
The boys soccer team had a rough showing against CM last Monday, losing 3-0. Sitting at 1-6 on the year, Stoughton was a key matchup for the team to get back on track. However, the Black Knights would score the first 3 goals of the game, but senior Connor Larkin smashes it from way downtown to cut into the deficit. 4 minutes later, Will Fezzi deflects the ball off the goalkeeper, and Ben Hochberg capitalizes to make it 2-3. Shortly thereafter, Stephen Jung falls down, but Ethan Miskia, with the shot of his life, drills it just over the goalkeeper. And all of a sudden, the Timberwolves have scored 3 goals in almost 10 minutes to tie it up. Sadly, though, Stoughton would score 5 straight goals to win by an 8-3 final, dropping Walpole's record to 1-7. The boys will look to get back on track when they travel to Braintree on Monday at 4 p.m.
The girls' soccer team was off last week, but were ranked 26th in the first MIAA Power Rankings of the year. The squad will host Braintree at 6:45 on Monday. Over the weekend, the cross-country team participated in the Bay State Invitational, coming in second as a team in the Varsity C race, losing only to Concord Carlisle, one of the strongest teams in the state. They also earned a plaque for the school, as well as multiple medals. Luke Zahurik won the race with a school record time of 15:34, which adds to his growing collection of school records. The boys will look to beat Milton and Needham tomorrow at Cutler Park.
The volleyball team fell to Brookline and Mansfield last week, both by a final of 3-0 on the road. They'll look to have a bounce-back week when they battle Newton North on Tuesday and Norwood on Wednesday. The swim and dive team lost a close meet to Notre Dame Academy 76-86 with a strong performance from Amaya Kulkarni, placing just 0.1 seconds away from sectionals. And finally, the football team was looking for their first win of the season at Turco Field on Friday when they faced Wellesley. It's been 57 years since Walpole has started 0-3 in football, and so the boys were looking to turn their season around. Both teams came into this one coming off a loss, so they were each hungry for a victory. We'll pick things up in the middle of the first quarter, where Blake Pileski throws a rainbow down the field to Cole Pileski, who shakes off 2 defenders to put Walpole ahead 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Shifting to the second, following a Wellesley pick 6, Joe Carter breaks loose and goes for a huge rush down the sideline to push the momentum forward. Later in that same drive, Dylan Needham burst up the middle to give the Timberwolves their first lead going into half all season. Entering the third, after the Raiders go 3 and out, it's Pileski to Pileski yet again on a crucial 4th down, which would set up Jack English later to bulldoze his way into the end zone for his first touchdown of the year, and Walpole's first multi-score lead of the young campaign. On the next drive for Wellesley, Bobby Shanahan tries to find Matt Liebman, but English lights him up to force the 3 and out. Now at the end of the third, on a 3rd and 12, Blake Pileski finds his brother wide open for his second score of the game, making it 28-7 heading into the 4th. Wellesley would not go away, however, as a short screen turned into a 29-yard touchdown for Matt Leibman, cutting the lead down to 28-14. The Raiders would keep it interesting, but Griffin McCarthy swats this ball down on a 4th and 9 and would help secure a 28-14 victory, Walpole's first of the year. And here are the final stats. Walpole beats Wellesley by a final 28-14. Blake Pileski had a pretty good day, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw an interception, which was returned by Cameron Poirier for Wellesley. 7 points of their 14. Joe Carter had his best day of the season, getting 79 yards rushing. And Cole Pileski, 2 touchdowns, 2 big ones to help get the win for Walpole. The Timberwolves will look to make it 2 in a row when they hit the road to battle Needham this Friday night at 6:30 p.m.
And that's all for us today. I'm Sawyer Regan.
And I'm Brady Goldman.
We'll be back next week to recap the rest of September and other highlights from around the school.